The crisp mountain air filled Evelyn's lungs as she stepped out of the cabin, her boots sinking into the freshly fallen snow with a soft crunch. The small alpine village looked like something from an old storybook, wooden cottages adorned with twinkling lights, the scent of cinnamon and roasted chestnuts drifting through the air. She pulled her scarf tighter, exhaling softly as her breath vanished into the cold. Evelyn had always loved winter, but this year felt different. Maybe it was the solitude of the mountains or perhaps the quiet ache in her heart that she couldn't quite name. Her brother, Nathan, had been the one to convince her to take this trip, promising it would be a break from routine, a chance to experience something new. But Evelyn wasn't sure what, exactly, she was supposed to be looking for. That evening, she found herself nestled in the corner of a cozy cafe, sketchbook in hand, capturing the delicate details of the world outside, snow-dusted streets, the flicker of lanterns, the gentle hush of winter. The bell above the cafe door chimed, followed by a burst of laughter that made her glance up. Nathan stood near the entrance, grinning as he clapped a tall, dark-haired man on the shoulder. "Eve, you remember Lucas, right?" Nathan's voice was light, effortless. Lucas. The name stirred something in her memory, though it felt distant, like a long-forgotten melody. "Of course," she said, offering a polite smile. Lucas's eyes met hers, deep blue and filled with something unreadable. He was effortlessly confident, dressed in a thick wool coat, his dark hair dusted with snowflakes. "I'd say it's nice to see you again," he said with a teasing smirk, "but I doubt you even remember me." Evelyn hesitated, feeling a flicker of embarrassment. "You were, 13 the last time we met?" Lucas continued, amusement warming his voice. "Not much of a talker back then either, huh?" Nathan chuckled, clearly enjoying the exchange. "She still isn't," he remarked, "but she's got a thing for sketching." "Show him, Ev." Before she could protest, Lucas had already picked up her sketchbook, flipping through the pages. His teasing expression softened as he studied the delicate lines. "These are incredible," he murmured, his eyes tracing the pencil strokes. "You see things differently, don't you?" Evelyn wasn't used to compliments from strangers, especially from someone who looked at her like that, like she was something worth noticing. She reached for the book, but Lucas held on just a second longer. "Let me guess," he said, tapping a page where she had drawn a lone figure walking through the snow. "You like watching the world more than being part of it." She blinked, caught off guard by how easily he had read her. "Maybe," she admitted softly. A slow, knowing smile spread across his face. "Then maybe it's time someone pulled you into it." Winter's dance. The days passed in a blur of snow-covered streets, warm fires, and fleeting glances Evelyn couldn't seem to ignore. No matter where she went, Lucas was there, sometimes with Nathan, sometimes conveniently alone. She wasn't sure if it was coincidence or something else, but she found herself anticipating the moments when he'd appear, teasing her about her quiet nature or nudging her just enough to step outside her comfort zone. One afternoon, the town square was alive with laughter. Children built snowmen, couples wandered hand in hand, the air filled with the soft hush of falling snow. Evelyn sat on a bench, sketchbook balanced on her knees, lost in the details of the scene before her. She didn't notice Lucas approach until he plucked the pencil from her fingers. "You always draw," he mused, flipping it between his fingers, "but do you ever actually play in the snow?" She raised an eyebrow. "I'm not 5. "Neither am I," he said, brushing snow off his coat. Then,